If God is out there, why doesn't he do something? Why doesn't a God who is all-powerful and loving step in to stop the pain, wars, hunger, and suffering? This question has echoed through the minds of countless believers and skeptics for generations. It's a question that can shake faith, test hearts, and keep people awake at night. And if you've been struggling with it, you're not alone. It's natural to look at the brokenness around us and wonder why God doesn't just snap his fingers and make it all better. But what if his lack of intervention isn't a sign of his absence or indifference, but of something far greater? Today, we're diving deep into this question, and by the end of this video, you might see God's role and your role in the world in an entirely new light. Let's face it, the world is a mess. From devastating natural disasters to unimaginable acts of human cruelty, every headline screams chaos and despair. We see the innocent suffer, and deep within, our hearts cry out, "Where is God in all of this?" It feels unfair, doesn't it? But here's a truth that often gets overlooked. God never promised us a world free of problems. In fact, Jesus himself warned in John 16:33, "In this world you will have trouble." But that's not where the story ends. Jesus doesn't leave us in despair. He continues, "But take heart, I have overcome the world." His words are a reminder that while the world may be broken, he offers a greater hope, a promise of victory over the pain, chaos, and trials we face. God's plan is bigger than the mess we see, and he's still working in ways we can't fully comprehend. So, why doesn't God stop the suffering? The Bible offers us glimpses of the answer. One key reason lies in the gift of free will. God created humanity with the ability to choose between love and hate, generosity and greed, peace and violence. This freedom is a reflection of his deep desire for genuine love and obedience, not forced compliance. But with this freedom comes responsibility. And let's be honest, much of the world's suffering stems from human choices. Wars, exploitation, and even environmental damage are consequences of humanity's decisions. And God doesn't intervene to strip us of free will, because authentic love can only exist when it's chosen, not coerced. It's a sobering reminder that our choices have real consequences. But what about suffering that isn't caused by human actions? Natural disasters, disease, and unexpected loss can feel even harder to understand. These moments shake us deeply because they seem so random and unfair. This is where the bigger picture comes into focus. God's plan isn't confined to what we see here and now. It stretches far beyond our understanding. In Isaiah 55, 8-9, God reminds us, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." What appears to us as chaos or senseless pain might actually be part of a divine tapestry that we're unable to fully comprehend. While we see only a fragment, God sees the whole picture, a picture that ultimately leads to redemption, purpose, and eternal hope. Though we may not understand his ways, we can trust that his love and plans are always for our good. Here's a thought that might surprise you. What if God is intervening, but through us? The Bible makes this clear. Believers are not called to sit on the sidelines. In James 2:26, we're reminded, faith without works is dead. God empowers his people to be his hands and feet, actively working in the world to reflect his love and bring hope to those in need. When you see injustice, pain, or suffering, it might not just be a call for prayer, it might be a call to action. God doesn't typically send an army of angels to feed the hungry, care for the sick, or comfort the grieving. Instead, he sends people like you and me. He sends the church. Every act of kindness, every selfless prayer, every choice to stand up for what is right is God moving through his people. Think about it. The darkness you see isn't a sign of God's absence. It's an opportunity for His light to shine through you. God equips us with compassion, courage, and resources so that we can step into the brokenness and make a difference. Through our hands, God heals. Through our voices, He speaks hope. Through our love, He shows the world His presence. You are not just a bystander in God's plan. You are part of His divine intervention. The question is, will you step into the calling? But what about the ultimate hope? Here's the most powerful truth. God has intervened. Over 2,000 years ago, He sent His Son, Jesus Christ, to conquer the greatest problems of all, sin and death. On the cross, Jesus declared, "It is finished." He defeated the power of sin and made a way for every person to experience eternal life. That means every tear, every heartache, and every moment of suffering has an expiration date. Revelation 21:4 promises that one day He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. So, instead of asking, "Why doesn't God intervene?" perhaps we should ask, "What is God doing through me to address the world's problems?" And most importantly, am I willing to trust Him even when I can't see the full picture? God hasn't abandoned us. He's working, sometimes in ways we can't understand, and often through people like you. If you've ever doubted, if you've ever questioned, know this: God sees the pain, and He cares deeply. His timing and ways may not match our expectations, but His love and plan are always perfect. The world's brokenness is not the end of the story. It's the stage for His ultimate redemption. Thank you for watching. If this message spoke to your heart, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to share this video with someone who might need this reminder today. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content that strengthens your faith and brings hope to your journey. God bless you.